But anyways, let's see what the hell Sonny got to say, because you already know.
I think sometimes, unfortunately, in this country, there are two sets of justice, right? I, too, have many family members convicted of felonies, marijuana, related to marijuana.
She's lying. She's lying. She's lying. She don't know nothing about nobody. She don't know nobody. They got no felonies. And then first she goes to marijuana. What marijuana felony conviction your family got? She lying. Look at her. That's why she closing her eyes. She lying. She's lying.
They haven't been able to get positions in certain places. They haven't even been able to get housing in certain places. When I applied to be a federal prosecutor, there was a checkbox. If you're a felon, explain the circumstances, and you were more than likely not to get that. Now, as Whoopi said, that we have a convicted felon in the White House. Those questions should not be asked of anyone, anytime, anywhere. That is the bottom line.
I hate when they bring this up. And I'm sorry for keep stopping it, but I hate when they bring this up. There's a difference between a private company or even a public office position or a position in the government. Those two things are different than somebody being elected to be president. Anybody can be elected to be president because the people vote for it. So it don't matter if you a felon. None of that matters. Okay. Now, if you're a private company, right, in the free land of America, you have the right to check who you are hiring. Okay. Secondly, most states, I live in California. In California, they can't ask you that until after you're hired. Then you do the background check. So they actually know that. What is your criminal history? Are you violent? Have you been convicted of fraud? Where you may defraud my company? Are you dealing with children? Are you a sex offender? Right? Like, these are normal questions for jobs to ask. But I think she's going to say this soon, or she just said it, like, you may get the job, you may not get the job. But the truth of the matter is, when you're applying for a job, there is competition most of the time. And most of the time, the competition isn't far off from who you are. So if you have two individuals, they both have the same qualifications, right? The same record of history when it comes to employment history. They both can get the job done the same way, but one has a felony and the other doesn't. One speaks to the character of an individual and the other doesn't. I'm going to go with the one that has the better character. It is what it is. It is what it is. So we have to stop comparing that to, we have a convicted felon in office, so we need to stop asking that question. I know it's not fair. Trust me, I've been in the same situation, y'all. I've been there. I know it's hard. But trust and believe, if you have the skills and you can get the job done and you're the best candidate for the position, you will get the job, no matter what your criminal record says. So please, can we stop this? Can we please stop this whole, oh my God, we have a convicted felon in office, so let's stop asking the question on job applications. A job is not a right. It is a privilege. It's a privilege. We get that misunderstood. It's not a right. And each employer has a right to understand and know who they are hiring. Now, I can understand us saying, okay, no, you at least have to consider this individual, like on some DEI stuff. I can understand that because I do believe in second chances and all. I do believe in all that. But again, there's only so many jobs in this country. And there's only so many human beings in this country. So why should we push somebody who does have a criminal past in front of people who do? And why should an employer not have that right to decide if I should choose the one with a criminal history or the one without? I don't get how these two things correlate. If I sound crazy, let me know in the comment box below. Let's get back to it.
That policy needs to be changed. The other thing is, Trump did escape responsibility for all his crimes. He's nominating Charles Kushner, who he pardoned, as you mentioned, as the ambassador to France. Do you know what a nice, cushy job that is that any felon would like? And, so please, with the hypocritical pearl clutching by this country, Eric Holder, I think, said it really well. No U.S. attorney would have charged this case given the underlying facts that have been investigated for 5 years. Less than, get this, 0.09% of people are indicted, prosecuted, charged and found guilty of lying on a gun form. The only reason that Hunter Biden was gone after and charged, indicted, and found guilty was because his name wasn't Joe Smith, it was Hunter Biden. And that's the truth of it. You've got Eric Holder saying it, you've got former prosecutors like myself saying it. So,
Why
you know,
didn't he admit it?
it's...
Shut up. Ooh, I'm so sorry. I do not want to stop this right now. But Sonny, I want to know, what is the percentage of people that have been charged for inflating their home value? What are the percentage of people that have been charged for inflating their home value? See, again, it's not about the fact that, yes, he probably was charged because his name was Hunter Biden. A lot of people may disagree with that simply because there's a lot of other things that he should have been charged with that was found on that laptop. There's also, the bereavement situation where he was appointed the director of I believe it was an oil company or organization, getting paid millions and millions and millions of dollars with no experience in Ukraine, right? But let's just say he was only charged because he was Hunter Biden. Again, why don't you keep the same energy when it comes to Donald Trump? He was only charged because his name was Donald Trump. And people even ran on it. The mayor of New York, I believe, or not the mayor of New York, I don't be knowing all their position and titles. I just be knowing that they crazy. But they said that, look, I'm running on the fact that I'm going to prosecute and charge Donald Trump. So it's like when people are looking at you, you didn't speak about Hunter. You didn't speak about the party. All you did was talk about Donald Trump. You deflected the whole entire time and saying that it's a hypocritical thing. You, ma'am, are the only hypocrite in this situation right now. Only you. Only you. Because you just were speaking about how we have a felon in the office. Well, he ain't never been charged about nothing else in his life. But all of a sudden, after his presidency, he gets charged with everything. Imagine that. Imagine that. Like, I can understand, you charging for stuff politically. But he been running up these homes for a long time. He been in real estate for a long time. And all of a sudden now, but then you say, oh, that's just the truth. This is a fact. This is what it is. Yeah, it's the truth about Donald Trump too. It was election interference, the fact that they went after Donald Trump during a campaign cycle. It's sickening. And y'all really sit up here and act as if that didn't happen. But when it comes to Hunter Biden, then it's different. Y'all, you can't make this up. You can't make it up, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. Back to you.
I think one of the reasons why he didn't admit it earlier was because he didn't know that the felon in chief would become the next president.
Let me let
Felon in chief.
Anna speak.
Shut up.